Hi, and welcome to the first and only episode of Hurstville Council's The Waste Game. This is the quiz show in which we sort out the smart waste users from the time wasters. 3 contestants will compete to help make Hurstville and the world a nicer place with less garbage and more recycling. Prizes include a gorgeous 70s lounge suite, a rusty old car, and a free tour of your local tip. So let's meet our 3 contestants who are all residents of Hurstville. Wang's a 38-year-old civil engineer who's into weightlifting and recycling old milk cartons as dumbbells. Maria's a 65-year-old grandmother who loves worm farms and competing in triathlons. And Sarah, Maria's granddaughter, is in year 11 at high school doing 4-unit science. Her dream is to discover the edible plastic shopping bag. Now let's play the Waste Game! Ready, everyone? Good. For 10 points, fill in the blank. Most of what you put in your garbage is a what commodity?
Precious?
That's exactly right. A precious commodity. Now, let's have a quick look at the average load of household garbage. Poor bags. A recycling experiment that went horribly wrong.
Rubbish.
So, who can tell me how much of the average load can be reused or recycled?
More than half the garbage can be reused or recycled.
10 points to Wang.
Yes!
Over half your garbage is good stuff that can be recycled as raw materials for other products. For example, newspapers. They're pulped and reused to make what products? For 5 points.
New newspapers, books and magazines. I myself prefer New Scientist.
Very good, very good. And what about PET bottles?
They can be remade into clothes.
Nice work, Maria, 10 points. And glass bottles?
Old glass bottles can be used to make new ones.
Perfect. Now let's have a look at the bigger picture. For 20 points, who can tell me how much waste the 20,000 households of Hurstville produce in 1 year?
Enough to completely cover the entire Hurstville Oval?
Not exactly, Sarah. Sorry. In fact, Hurstville produces enough rubbish to cover our beautiful park several times over. That's a mountain of plastic bags, toothpaste tubes, tissues, shampoo bottles, and fish bones every year. But it's not just Hurstville. Per head, Australians are the second highest producers of waste in the world. At the present rate, Sydney's landfills will fill up in 5 years, and who knows where we'll put it then. For 5 points, if we don't sort this mess out now, who'll be left to deal with it?
Our kids.
That's right. Sarah and her generation. 5 sorry points for Maria.
I don't want them.
I'll have them.
Next question. According to an agreement between the New South Wales and Australian governments, Hurstville has a legal obligation to cut landfill waste by what percentage?
60%?
60% is right. It's a lot, so we have to get serious about it. After an extensive survey of Hurstville residents, Hurstville Council is about to roll out its new waste service. This will be the Rolls-Royce of garbage collection, a creme de la creme service that'll help you help us reduce rubbish by separating it into 3 main types. And so, for 5 points each, what do your individual bins stand for?
My yellow bin is for recyclable material.
My green bin's for gardening waste.
My red bin is for garbage that can't be recycled, stuff that goes to the landfill.
Right, right, and right. Soon, Hurstville residents will have received 2 new bins and a new green lid for the old bin. And so, by July the 17th, we'll all be ready to play the waste game at home on our own.
Wow, it's like waste in colour. I feel like I'm dreaming.
The yellow bin is a fully equipped, state-of-the-art wheelie bin. Those smooth lines, that seductive yellow lid, that cavernous 240-litre interior begging to be filled with all those yummy recyclables. This is probably the most important bin. It's where you put all that stuff that can be remade into something else, like shampoo bottles, milk cartons, glass jars, and aluminium cans. Don't bother tying them up, just throw them in loose. It'll take almost all your paper and flattened cardboard. But forget the wax line stuff. With glass, we'll take bottles and jars, but not the lids. And no china, drinking glass, or window glass. Milk and juice cartons, no worries, but rinse them out first so they don't stink the place out. Plastic, give us your soft drink bottles with the rocket bottom and any plastic container with the 1 symbol. And don't forget milk, shampoo and detergent containers with the 2 symbol. Any other plastic products should not be included, and that means no plastic bags. Sorry, bags. Aluminium cans, as many as you've got. And steel cans, anything at all, except for old paint tins. Now the green bin. Superbly engineered with a unique green lid, this bin captures the essence of the natural environment. In other words, this is the one for gardening rubbish. It'll take all that stuff that can be easily converted into garden mulch, like prunings, leaves, grass clippings and weeds. Don't bother wrapping it in plastic bags or newspaper. Be free and chuck it in loose. And please, grass clippings go last to stop the bin clogging up. Definitely no logs, dirt, sand, bricks, stumps, and no food scraps. They don't make very nice mulch. Last, the red bin. Red is for garbage that can't be recycled, the stuff that goes to the landfill. It's smaller than the old one because now you'll have less to put in it. Even here, there's more recycling that can be done. Don't throw those valuable food scraps away. Make a compost heap with them. Or, what about a worm farm? Composting and worm farming kits are available from Hurstville Council. Maria tells me worms make great pets, but I'm not into kinky stuff. At the very least, you can use homegrown fertilizer on your garden. The new colour-coordinated bins handle like a dream, not like your old recycling tub, which you can now reuse as a storage container. Your new red garbage bin needs to go out as normal on your regular night. One of the recycling bins also goes out, but they alternate every week. Your new waste service startup kit includes a colour-coded fridge magnet, which tells you when to put out your bins. There's also a brochure that contains a list of what can be recycled, as well as info about other clean-up services. Put it somewhere handy so you can refer to it later. And when you place the bins outside, put them close to the curb, facing the street. Keep them about 1 metre apart so the truck has enough room to pick them up. Now for 5 points. Who can tell me what happens after they empty the red bin?
They compact the rubbish and send it to a landfill.
Dead right. And what about garden waste?
It's sent to a big composting facility, mulched and resold.
Right again. And finally, what do they do with the yellow bin's recyclable waste?
It's taken to a materials recovery facility. Here it's sorted and prepared for sale back to manufacturers.
Spot on. They do a hard job down there, sorting stuff by hand. So they want people to be especially careful about what goes into the yellow bin. So how about we leave out the old TV sets, car tyres, and poor dead Fido? Oh, and forget the plastic bags, eh? These and other materials like plate glass, china, ceramics contaminate the load. And this will eventually cost residents more in garbage fees. Who knows? Maybe you can reuse things like takeaway containers and ice cream containers at home, just as long as they don't go into the yellow recycling bin. For bigger stuff like fridges, car batteries and bathtubs, try your nearest materials recovery facility. They'll recycle this stuff for free. The last question for our fine contestants. What do you do if you want to know more about any of this?
Call the Free Waste Hotline on 1300 361 581.
Correct! 5 points each. I'll just tally the points. Now, 60, 70, county 1. It's a draw. Each person scored 100 points each. Congratulations to all of you.
Don't we get the lounge suite?
The car?
The cruise?
No, by using this new waste service properly, we'll win something much better. A sweeter, cleaner future for ourselves and our kids. Fewer and smaller landfills and a clear conscience that finally we're starting to think about what we throw away. Once you learn how to play the waste game, you can use the tape this video is on to record your favourite show, like World Championship Composting or Recycle of the Century!